Welcome back to our series on U.S. presidents. In this video, we'll cover the antebellum period spanning from 1825 to 1861. This era was marked by westward expansion, political evolution, and the mounting tensions over slavery that ultimately led to the Civil War. Let's delve into the lives and legacies of these influential presidents. John Quincy Adams was a staunch advocate for national development and modernization. His presidency emphasized infrastructure, science, and education. He advocated for internal improvements like roads, canals, and a national observatory. He championed educational initiatives, laying the groundwork for public education. He faced challenges due to fierce opposition from political rivals. Andrew Jackson, known as Old Hickory, was a polarizing figure who ushered in an era of populist democracy. His presidency marked the rise of the common man, but also controversies. He enacted the Indian Removal Act, leading to the Trail of Tears. He vetoed the Rec Harder of the Second National Bank, reshaping economic policy. He established the Democratic Party as a dominant political force. Martin Van Buren, a key ally of Jackson, inherited the economic fallout from the Panic of 1837, which overshadowed his presidency. He focused on stabilizing the economy during a deep financial crisis. He strengthened the Democratic Party's organizational structure and advocated for neutrality in foreign affairs. William Henry Harrison had the shortest presidency in history, lasting only 31 days due to his untimely death. However, his campaign set the standard for modern election strategies. He delivered the longest inaugural address in history, which many believe led to his illness. His log cabin campaign appealed to the common man and revolutionized campaign tactics. John Tyler ascended to the presidency after Harrison's death and was nicknamed his accidency. His term was marked by clashes with Congress and his own party. He oversaw the annexation of Texas, paving the way for westward expansion and strengthened U.S. trade relations with China through the Treaty of Wangia. James K. Polk was a driven and ambitious leader, remembered for territorial expansion and fulfilling his campaign promises. He orchestrated the annexation of Oregon and the acquisition of California and the Southwest through the Mexican-American War. He lowered tariffs and reformed the Treasury system, expanding the U.S. by over one-third, shaping its modern boundaries. Zachary Taylor, a hero of the Mexican-American War, had his presidency cut short by his sudden death. He is remembered for his firm stance against the expansion of slavery, opposing the Compromise of 1850 despite intense sectional debates and prioritizing national unity over party allegiance. Millard Fillmore ascended to the presidency after Taylor's death and supported the Compromise of 1850, which sought to ease tensions between free and slave states. He signed the Compromise of 1850 into law, delaying the Civil War and open trade with Japan through the Perry Expedition. Franklin Pierce's presidency was marred by divisions over slavery. His administration saw the passage of the Kansas-Nebraska Act, intensifying sectional conflicts. He supported westward expansion despite its impact on the slavery debate and strengthened U.S. diplomacy in Central America. James Buchanan is often criticized for his failure to address the secession crisis. His presidency is seen as a prelude to the Civil War. He presided over the Dred Scott decision, which deepened sectional divisions and advocated for the Union, but failed to prevent Southern secession. The antebellum period was a transformative and tumultuous time in American history. These presidents navigated the challenges of expansion, economic development, and the growing crisis of slavery. In our next video, we'll examine the Civil War and Reconstruction presidents, from Abraham Lincoln to Rutherford B. Hayes. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for the next chapter of this historical journey.